So you mentioned Loki New quite a few times, and I wonder if we really appreciate who he is, despite him, exiting the World Badminton Champion Games. Right?
I mean, I'll share the same scenario with Joseph as well.
Yes.
So Joseph is also in the same boat. He won his Olympic. He's the only guy that won the Olympic gold medal. Same way that Kenyu is the only Singaporean badminton player to win a world championship.
Yeah.
Do we expect them to repeat over time? Mm-hmm. Of course. That's what everyone wishes, right?
Exactly.
Do they wish that they can retain their titles? Of course they would. As athletes, they don't want to just give up that opportunity. But do we know what exactly is happening in their lives, respectively, every single day? Do we know how much struggles they go through, the hardships they face, the issues of public pressure as well?
Expectation.
So everyone is easy to just, beat them down and beat them silly for it and say, oh, we expect of this of you. But actually, that really in itself really does not show the respect for our athletes really, because they have put in sweat and tears to get to where they are. They are humans. They make mistakes. We have people who have done amazing things on the world stage with limited resources as well.
Yeah.
And it's tough. It's really, really tough when I see people just bashing them down and saying, and become like the experts in badminton or swimming, and then they'll start saying, he could have done this, he's played against this, but what do you know?
Yeah, exactly. And that is just such for me, it's a sickening attitude, right? Yes. Like, you do well, clap for you. You don't do well, right? Zainal, how do you feel?
This is human, so there's nothing much you could do unless all of them understand what it is like. Because it's very easy. You speak up, because when you speak up, it's a sound voice, and that's it. But if you go through that, even in life, how they felt. I mean, even when he goes upstage, he may have 101 things that he has to think when he goes on court. And because of this, that the unnecessary pressure that he has to, to hold on to, and half of his mind is from the general public, and they are not giving him peace to play his best.
Yeah.
Who do not want to be a champion? Who do not want to win?
Yeah.
But it's just that it's not easy because other people also are going after him. For people like me, to be honest with you, being at the top is incredible. So the amount of time and sacrifice that I have to do, nobody understands. But of course, those days, I have no other distraction.
Yeah.
Because life is different, and I just go to the academy and go squash court, back squash court, because...
Yeah. I mean, I bet in his time, I mean, I'm not... I don't want to say how his age, I don't want to reveal his age, but...
I'm a decent guy.
But, if you think about it from his time, even to my time when we were athletes as well, we still had a bit of the semblance of social media as well, but the semblance was still not as rampant as now. And social media has taken a very big step in even an athlete's life. So I think even from an athlete perspective, the athletes now need to actually refocus their attention the same way that Zainal was as an athlete, where he was just like totally laser focused, shut out the distractions. I think there's always that commercial element. Now being professional, you have to put in a bit of your time on social media and things like that. But hey, you do that. So this is also falls on the athlete. If they want the public to not have those expectations, they need to show that they're actually working day in, day out also. They also have to put in the amount of work that they have to put in and really just like focus, put their laser attention onto their training.
Yeah.
Rather than actually just playing the whole social media game, trying to say, okay, I need to do this, I need to tweet that, I need to say this, I need to say that.
That's just so tiring, isn't it? On top of your training. Yeah. So, Carson, what do you think Singapore needs to have a thriving sporting culture?
We need to have a very, very wide base, right? From my perspective, you need to get the whole family, in fact, enjoy a certain sport together. And it needs to come from a fun point of view.
I hope, at least, there should be some squash courts at the schools.
I know, at least,
yes,
right?
At least. In the schools. And some of them are even closing, and I do not know why. And these sports has given Singapore a very, very high world ranking. You know, we are talking about in 10 years, we are number 6 in the world, we are number 7 in the world, we are number 9 in the world. Singaporeans must feel proud that like swimming or whatever and squash. So it's not because I'm only interested in what I like, but if you represent the sports, it must be general. You cannot look at one. That is what I hope. So that at least, you know, we are given a fair chance, you know, a fair chance that at least, you know, the opportunity of having, you know, the squash courts. Otherwise, we might not even get into the schools. There's no squash courts in a primary school. You can have, let's say, practically you have a badminton hall in all the 300 or 400 schools and universities.
Yeah.
But you only have squash courts in the elite schools. Where are these? Why can't we put?
That's a
So
good
what
question.
do we as a country also want?
Yeah.
As a country, what do we want?
Yeah. All quarters of the mass participation, you know, pre-competitive, competitive into the national team, everyone can have their space. Everyone can enjoy their space as well. To be able to, you know, if I want to swim, I go. If I want to swim competitively, I have a space to swim competitive. If I want to be on a national level, I have that opportunity as well. So a sporting culture needs to encompass all of that as well and be able to give everyone an equal opportunity of what they feel and deem fit to be able to reach those levels as well.
Yeah.
And I think on a like in a parting note, I feel that we just should have a society where I think we need to understand the sportsmen and their needs as well and be able to actually empathize with them rather than actually just be very critical of them as well.
Yeah.
So I think Singaporeans have to change that mindset towards people in general, just be nicer people.
Yeah.
Just actually be like, you know, I think Singaporeans they can be.
Yes.
But I think right now I feel like, you know, as an athlete, I wish, I'm past, whoever is an athlete right now, I feel for them, you know, the pressures are 10 times higher, and I hope that Singaporeans can be understanding of it and know that they are humans after all as well.
Yeah. Great. Well, before we wrap, in one sentence, tell me, we'll start with Carson, your favorite sporting or sports moment in your whole life.
I enjoy the moments best when my team is competing, you know, and you're like the game gets really, really close, and you really wonder how you can catch up. But all you really need is one goal to get a little bit closer to the score of the other team, and that gives you the momentum to come back, you know. And when you actually score that goal in the last second, you know, against all odds, those are the precious moments I have. You know, so many years in sports, and those are the ones that you look for. You know, that one goal, it starts from that very one goal.
I think one of the biggest things for me was really watching Team Singapore actually. I mean, definitely Joseph's win in the Olympics was the big one. But actually, little do people know actually the SEA Games that we've dominated for the last couple of years with, you know, 23 gold medals and 21 gold medals. Those were really. It was like kind of like a nice achievement for us.
Dream come true.
Yeah, I mean, from the SEA Games level, and then after that, using that momentum to step into Asian Games as well as Commonwealth. So coming off Commonwealth Games, we won a silver as well. So these are things that really like. It's not just the medals, but it's the way the team came together as well.
Satisfaction.
Yeah, correct. That's right.
This is the Penang Open in 1989. In the quarterfinals, I beat Mark McLean, ranked number 10 in the world. In the semi-finals, I beat Adrian Davies, ranked 25 in the world.
Wow.
In the finals, I beat the reigning world champion, Ross Norman, and won the Penang Open.
Wow.
You have a video of that?
I didn't have, but of course I think so on record. That's what I got. In fact, on that year itself, 2 years before that, I won the World Plate Champion. But of course, even though it's plate, but world, I think so. That's a great achievement.
Claim it, take it.
Oh, amazing.
Better than not.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you have enjoyed this conversation, please don't forget to contribute to the conversation. I highly encourage you to do that. So leave your comments in the comment section below. Again, if you like what you see and you like what you hear, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. Don't forget, we're still selling our CityJo NFTs and you can check that out. All right. Well, it's been a fantastic conversation. I really had a great time talking to you. I'm so glad that I got to do this. It's such an honor as well to be here in the studio. And we will see you for our next Roundtable Kopitiam discussion. Until then, sayonara. Bye-bye. Bye.